I apologize. I did not really use the cast while we were on this trip. Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. Simmer down, Coachies. Part of what I got out of my weekend is that I need to make a return trip up there by myself and do the video work. I scoped things out this weekend. What I need to know, what I need to do, how I need to do it on my own and film and take pictures. And I've been plotting and planning, and I got some ideas, and so we'll see. And I might do the whole tour that we did. I don't know. Definitely Salem, probably stop in Mystic along the way. Maybe I'll go to Boston. So the cast will get their chance. You better not be teasing. I don't like the way you edge me. Just can't resist the inappropriate. My Lord. Okay, so let's get into the last bit of this. And then I can get back to my life tomorrow. So now they storm off up the steps again because I said that, and it was wrong of me. And I hustled up the steps after them, and I was all out of breath when Cuddlebug goes, "Ha! You did that pretty quick. I knew it. You can do better." Now they storm off outside, and now we're outside yelling at each other. Things that came up along the way, and I don't know how we got to them. I know we discussed Sunshine's therapist because I've made it very clear. I have absolutely no respect for this person whatsoever. None. She has given me no reason to have it. That's how I feel. And it won't change until she and I talk face to face. Sunshine doesn't like that I don't like her therapist. To each their own. I don't know what to say. Part of the reason, and this came up, was this therapist told Sunshine, based strictly on Sunshine's interpretation of me, that I need therapy. And I'm not denying that. I think we all need therapy. See, I'm starting to ramble. So, okay, that came up. I mentioned it, and they both screamed at me, "You do!" So basically, they felt I have been over-exaggerating my body and that I do nothing but bitch and whine about it. Sunshine believes that all I want is for her to be up my ass. That was thrown at me. I'm not sure where she got that impression. And so all of these things were screamed, and I went back. At one point, they went inside. I followed them inside. I don't know how they got in because I ended up having to pay for myself again. I went downstairs to catch the train. They were having nothing to do with me. I texted them from downstairs. I told them to come down and catch the train. They had already ordered an Uber. So I made my way back to the garage, and I got back to the house, and they weren't there. They were in Salem having dinner. So that's the moment. It starts with the map and turns into basically everything that is wrong with me. That's what I heard. I'll tell you more about the day and how things played out from there later. Tomorrow my plan is, because I do plan on working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So right now my plan for tomorrow is I should try to go to the storage unit and check on some stuff, return some stuff, just kind of, I don't know, I'll have to make a list, balance that out. I want to make a run into New Jersey, and I have to do laundry and then the reading. So there's stuff, and like laundry's gonna take a while. Into Jersey's gonna take a while. The reading's gonna take a while. So that's my tomorrow. I'm gonna finish this, kind of start to edit, but chill out, figure out the rest of my tomorrow, and just enjoy what I have left of today. Hold on here, I forgot a prop because it was out of sight, but I gotta tell you this. So I go into the smoke shop, and for a couple months now, there's a big display with this life-size girl on it, and it looks so real that the first several times I'd constantly be like, "Who's that?" So, and she's very cute, and I guess it's an ad for nicotine vapes. That's what we were saying today. I don't know why the company did that, because nobody's looking at the advertisement, and you'll see why in just a second. So today I was in, and I was like, "Neil, dude, when it's time to take that display down, before I could even finish my sentence, he's laughing. And he's like, "Matt, I've got a list." Like, I've got like 3 people that have already tried to claim it. He said one guy, he's a regular customer, the first guy to claim it. He came in, the first time he saw it, he said, I want that. However, he had a miniature version. Who's looking at what ad? There's an ad? They should have put the ad on her breasts. Then people would see it. I've been looking at a life-size one of these for months, and I had no clue what was on this side of the frickin' cardboard because my eyes never left her. So now I've got a mini version, and I haven't quite decided. She might, just for shits and giggles, go up on the wall somewhere. Now, let's talk more about the drama. How am I so chill? What are my thoughts on this? I have so many thoughts on this whole experience. I really don't know what triggered, like why they were so upset about the map thing. I don't. And though I may, when they snapped at me, well, why didn't you tell us? I probably snapped back my response of, I was waiting to see if you figured it out for yourself. But even that wasn't worthy of what followed. Now, I did not expect to spend as much time with the girls on this trip as I did. I told you that. This was their trip. It was all about them, and it was hands off for me. And though I tagged along because Salem, they wanted to go to some museums and, tickets to get in, that's what I brought the money for. And I wanted to do the museums too, but there was shopping and whatnot in between, and it became a whole thing. Boston, of course, it was never my intention to leave them alone in Boston, though it happened. And I had even said something to Cuddlebug at some point, because I know we discussed it, and I know she did not seem to approve of the idea of me just kind of letting them go off on their own and not really. I said, I'll see you at the house, I'll see you for meals, I'll see you when we do the museums, I'll see you when we go to Boston, I'll see you on these 2 drives, I'll see you plenty. But I want you guys to go and have your experience. And she's like, wanted me along. I don't want to say wanted, but didn't seem to think that was, and that's not what happened. I did tag along everywhere. But I still kind of stayed hands off. I let them manage and navigate and determine, and I just followed along and paid the bills. So I don't know if that interaction was too much and that played into the drama happening, or if the drama happening was the plan all along. Like maybe that was their healing, or to start it. I'll explain. I saw it happening differently. I had hoped it would happen differently. My daughters need an awakening. They have shut down their spiritual sides, and that's what's killing them. And I did end up pretty much telling them that at one point. When it was all said and done and I went to them and I talked to them about the money and how to get through the next 2 days, I also said, listen, 90% of your problem with me is that you think I'm like everybody else. And I'm not. And I got a little scoff at that. Got a little more serious and heavy when I said, and I told them I didn't want to have to be the one to tell them this, but apparently that was my job. I said, and at least 50% of the problems you're having yourselves are because you think you're like everybody else, and you're not. I'm not living the same life. It happens its own way because I'm here doing something. They're here to do something. They are my children just by genetics alone. Take divinity out of it. By genetics alone, if I'm not like everybody else, they're not either. And they have shut down that side of themselves hardcore, and it is destroying them. But I can't explain that to them. But I think maybe, as much as I don't like this whole blow-up thing, I think maybe this is the first step in their process towards healing. I think also they helped create it. So really, the more I look at things, the more I look at this overall, the more I can see that this was just meant to happen. It's part of the path. It's got to happen. We need this separation. They need it for whatever reason, and they may have it for as long as they need it. If it is what is best for them, because the universe is always pushing us towards what is best for us. If it is best for them, to be separated, estranged from me, then let them have it. And if it's a few days, several weeks, a year, the rest of their lives, as long as they are happy and healthy and content, I don't care if it's what they need. And apparently, right now, it is.